Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. A better way of ranking women. I'm going to tell you what, because, a lot of people use that 1 to 10 scale and, I'll use it for a reference, but let's be real. People don't agree what a dime is. Every man is going to have his own personal viewpoint on what's considered attractive. It's because of myriad reasons. It could be because of his imprint, his DNA, his environment. Because you get some places where that woman with the real pretty face and slim body is considered a dime, and that's cool. But then you have someplace else where that woman, her face is all right, but she got that brick house body. That's a dime. And that's just a reality. And, numbers, nothing's objective. Nothing is objective. I know people use them, and I'll use them for reference, just so some people can get a general idea, but you don't. There's always going to be a disagreement. I mean, I've seen some women where friends might be saying, oh, nah, she a dime or something. And I'm like, And then there's some women I might be dealing with, and I'm like, she gorgeous. And you're like, well, Rom, she all right. And that's cool, though. That's cool. Because first of all, man he don't need to impress everybody else. He don't need to impress everybody else. It's his dick going in the woman. As long as he and his dick are cool with it, that's all that matters. So it's just like, okay, because since I'm saying don't really use the numbers, I mean, definitely use the adjectives or something. Definitely use the adjectives. And it still only matters to you. It matters to you. And it's actually a better way, too, because it's not a limit. And also, it really is a situation where if you're trying to use numbers or something, it's like you trying to impress that other person. Let me speak on that a little bit more. Too many guys worry about impressing another man. But you're the one, you got to deal with that woman when she's butt naked. You're the one who has to talk with that woman and everything. That woman could be perfect for you, too. She could be very cooperative, willing to make you a plate, willing to give it to you sexually all types of ways, get her on her knees easy. And if that's what you want, that's cool. That's on you. But it's actually, and also, too, it also depends on your personal values, how you see a woman. Your personal values, your DNA, what you consider pretty, and everything. Now, as far as like the words, now I'm going to give y'all a general way you can rank the women in your life. Now, let's be real. A lot of guys like a pretty face. A lot of guys recognize a face that is at least pretty to them. So you can say, all right, you can call that woman pretty. She's pretty. But her body might be like, whatever. Her body might not stand out. Indeed, from my view, a lot of pretty women tend to be slimmer. They tend to be slimmer because the thing that makes them pretty in most cases, not all, but in most cases, is they don't have as much body fat on it. So they tend to be slim. But the funny thing with them is sometimes they're not as sexually appealing. Like if you look at the women who come across as sexy to a consensus of men, and their faces are just average. Their faces are just average. And so that could be another category. Sexy. Which women got that body that get your dick hard? Think about it. And if you really look at the truly sexy women. A lot of times they got average faces. So, but that's the thing that attracts a man to them is that sex appeal. They got that killer body, or at least that body, or quite frankly, that fuckable body, or an attitude, a receptive attitude. That's what makes them sexy. And then, of course, you got the average women. Now, average is just this. She's average. She don't stand out. Her face don't stand out. her body doesn't stand out. But it ain't like saying they bad face. She could be cute or something. It just don't stand out. And indeed, I'm gonna be honest. Let me go off on a tangent. Usually, those are women who complain the most. Average-looking women. Because if a woman real pretty, she's usually cool. She's cool. If a woman's sexy, got that body, got something physical about her, big breasts or butt dong or shapely legs or something that can draw a man to her, she's usually cool too. Because those top two, they get attention, and women all want attention. It's usually they start complaining when they don't draw physical attention from a man. Like I said, like average looking women, they don't stand out. They cool. Once you get to know them. But even then, a lot of them get friend zoned by a guy. And I always say, if a woman get friend zoned by a guy, she got some issues. Right? But average, she just, the guy ain't looking at her, going in trance, looking at her face or her body or anything like that. And then, of course, there's just some women just unfortunate. Let's just use the word ugly. They just unfortunate. They even might have a cool personality, but they just unfortunate. And then you got something even lower than that. I don't even have a term for them yet. They just, I don't know what term to use. I'll come up with something. But you get some women, they not only physically unappealing, but got a jacked up personality. That's the worst thing. Ooh, that's scary. I genuinely feel bad for those women. But whatever case, and that's just something I would use. One thing every man should do is develop his own criteria, his own way. It could even use numbers if that's what you want to use, but according to you. Don't worry about trying to impress the next man. The next man don't have to get naked with that woman or deal with her. And if a man, if a guy, you got a woman and guy's like, well, she ain't all that, Rom, I wouldn't deal with her. Look him in the eye and say, okay, good, I don't have to worry about you trying to get with her. I can be at peace if you ever come around my woman. So seriously, that's the one thing. And let me just go into that some more. Too many men out here worry about impressing other people. No, a sovereign man lives for himself. He doesn't try to impress. He deals with the woman he wants to deal with. The woman not because some other guys are impressed and stuff. Not because, and this regardless, even in professional situations, because I know in many professional cases, you've judged on the women you with, but at the end of the day, you got to be cool with that woman. You got to be cool, Live on your own terms. Don't worry about somebody else's terms. But the reason why I say it's a better way of ranking, because, look, regardless of what somebody think about women, they're not numbers. They either attractive to you or they not. And if they ain't attractive to you, don't deal with them. And personally, a woman gotta have something about her attractive. She gotta have something attractive. Even if all it is, she just got a cool, attractive personality. She gotta have something attractive about her for me to even think about dealing with her. And I'm gonna be real, she gotta have something physical on her. She gotta have something physical about her that draws my attention. And most men are like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I tell men to hit the gym. Fair exchange is no robbery. If you want that attractive woman, be physically attractive yourself. So, anyway, though, that's all I got for today, y'all. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.